back with us on the C Morning Show. Yes, I am carrying a book. Why? Because we're going to discuss or talk about literacy, especially among women. Literacy is a basic skill that one must have in order to thrive in today's society. This is important, or this was important back then. This is important now, and will always be important, right, Ines?
Right. Now, the importance of literacy skills has been inspiring and empowering a woman in Indonesia to establish a reading community called Bu Ibu Baca Buku Book Club, or Mom's Book Club. Now, the club aims to encourage Indonesian women, especially mothers like me, to read and understand the importance of literacy and critical thinking skills.
Absolutely, and to find out more about the community and also its goals, we have the author, illustrator, and also the founder of the BBB Book Club, Puty Puar. Good morning, Puty.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You're also the illustrator of this book?
Yes.
Wow! Wow, you do it all by yourself.
I know, right? It's amazing. I mean, she's a writer, she's a mom, she's also an illustrator, and it's like there are many, many other roles that you're carrying. So, Puty, you actually founded this reading community back in 2018.
Yes.
What happened at that time in your life that made you feel like, you know what? I need to create this community to encourage more women to read.
Well, actually, in 2016, my first son was born, and then I know it is quite challenging to read book as a mom of a newborn, because we were so overwhelmed with the new feelings and stuff. So, but what I see around is that the mothers, they are aware that the literacy skills or reading habit is very important for their children, but they hardly do that. But we can agree that actually the easiest way to teach children is by giving example, right?
Yes.
True, yeah. So if we would like our children to read, then the most effective way is to read ourselves. We do the reading ourselves. So that's why I started the community. It actually started as an Instagram account, but then it grows as a community until today.
Wow. What's the activity in the community usually? Is it like a virtual book club, or is it a face-to-face book club? And what do you discuss? And
Yeah, I think it's hybrid, but I think most of our activities are online. I think it's also a benefit. For our community members, because usually sometimes when we do book discussions, some people just say, "I'm sorry, I cannot be on camp because I have to
feed my baby."
Yeah, feed my baby, and stuff. So I think it's a good way to reach the mothers who can afford to travel and usually going to a cafe and stuff. So.
Yes, wonderful, wonderful.
Now, I also want to know, why do you think literacy skill is important for us women?
This is also what we believe in BBB Book Club. We believe in a lot of things, but the two most important things are, the first one is that what I already mentioned, that the easiest way to teach our children is by giving example. And the second one is that we believe that women, mothers or wife, should take part in decision-making process in the family.
Yeah.
So if she has good literacy skill and she's well informed, then the decisions that would be taken in the family would be better, right? Like how we should invest our money, or where should our children go to school, right? So I think if a good literacy mom will give will empower the whole family, not only herself but also her whole family, and also becoming a good role model for her children.
What sort of programs do you have in the BBB Book Club?
I already mentioned about the discussion. In discussion, usually it can be virtual, it can be offline event, but sometimes it's only among the community members. But sometimes it's also we invite speakers or people from book industry. We usually collaborate like with publishers. For example, we collaborate with Gramedia, Penguin Random House Southeast Asia. We invite translators and try to get like the perspective, because that's what improve the literacy and the critical thinking skills, right? When we see different point of view from different people, from different backgrounds. Also, we have annual reading challenge where at the beginning of the year, we share like, this is a very social media thing, but we share a template where people can share, they can challenge themselves how many books they want to read or other kind of book resolution. Like for example, this year I would like to read book from an author from countries that I've never read before.
Right.
So it's just like a motivation at the beginning of the year. And you see, because sometimes nowadays it's quite hard to find time to read, right? We have a lot of distraction.
Yeah.
But if we like make a challenge for ourselves, it becomes like a commitment.
Yes.
And then we would try, oh, okay, I already promised myself that I will read this number of books, then okay, I will spare some time to read.
Okay.
But that's kind of work.
That's
Okay,
wonderful.
I think we're going to participate in the challenge.
Oh, absolutely.
Mbak Puty, we also want to know how many members do you have now? How many mothers and women that have joined the community?
Until now, we already have 1,400
Wow.
more plus our members registered as BBB BFF, best friend and family.
So it's spread in Indonesia.
It's spread in Indonesia, and also some are Indonesian from living in other countries.
Diaspora.
I see.
Also, we have about 35,000 friends on Instagram.
Oh, all right. Now, I also want to know what are their feedbacks, after they join the community. Do you have any significant stories from them?
Yeah, do you want numbers? Because we actually measure our programs carefully because we would like to have some kind of evaluation and providing the best program that we can. So after every activity, we ask for the survey. We ask the participants to rate our effort, and on average last year, our community members said that how we raise the awareness, they gave us score like 9.3 on average. For
Pretty high.
increasing the quality and the diversity of the book, 8.8. And also for improving critical thinking skills, I think in terms of discussion and giving new perspective, it's also 8.8. But we also take testimonials, like they said that, oh, thank you after joining BBB or joining the challenge because I'm an ambitious mother. So I read again. There are kind of testimonials like that.
Okay.
When in discussions, it's like there's going to be a lot of people there, and there's going to be a lot of different style of discussing, right?
Yes.
I mean, it's like, how heated is it sometimes? Because in a discussion, there tends to be like one or two that are very dominant, and the rest is sort of like feeling, oh, maybe I shouldn't speak, So how do you balance it out to make sure that most of the members can actually benefit from the discussion program, because it does increase critical thinking. It does increase your courage to, especially for women in Indonesia, to express what they feel, how they think, what they think.
Yeah, I think that's a very good question because usually when we have like, let's say more than 20 people in our discussion, in our virtual discussion, we would break them in breakout rooms. So there are only like 4 or 5 people in each room, and we gave them prompts. Like each of you has to answer these prompts, like what the book is about and what kind of takeaways did you take and what is the quote that is most memorable for you. Because I know as an introvert myself, sometimes it's hard.
Hello, high five.
Me too.
Hello, high five.
Bunch of introverts
As an
here.
introvert myself, I sometimes don't speak when I'm not asked.
Exactly.
So that's why we try to provide prompts as inviting as possible. Sometimes, and also to make everyone kind of meet each other, we get like 2 or 3 times breakout rooms. So they will meet with each other.
That's wonderful.
Wonderful. Now, Mbak Puty, we have here your book empowered me. Maybe you can talk to us about this and the story behind this book.
Yeah, actually, empowered me. Me stands for Mother Empowers.
Oh.
So that's actually, if we want to empower the others, then we should start with ourselves, right? We should know what we actually want to achieve. That's how we start, not to comparing our journey with the others, right? Because we try to seek from within. So this book is actually a self-improvement book. It is focusing on self-awareness and productivity. The interesting thing is that sometimes productivity is seen as like a CEO or businessman thing, right?
Or busy constantly.
Busy constantly, people are. But it can actually also apply to mothers, housewives, stay-at-home mom, as long as they know what kind of goals they want to achieve.
Yes.
So this book kind of share the theory behind that, and also provide practical tools like journaling, how you track your habit, how to track your progress, and then evaluate the results, so then you can plan or make your goals more more challenging and more achievable.
Lovely. That's great.
Yeah, but also I think why is it quite popular among mothers? Because since I'm an illustrator, there are a lot of illustrations there.
Yes, there is.
Very cute
also-
illustrations, like this one.
And
Love
also comics and some graphics, because I would like it to be as friendly as possible to like a new reader, because I got also a lot of testimonial, like they say, oh, I'm a mother, I'm quite afraid of reading thick books, afraid of not being able to finish it. So I thought, okay, I talked to my editor, let's make it as thin as possible, as fun as possible, put a lot of illustrations and comics and stuff like that.
Non-threatening, because it's true actually. It does something to your psyche when you open
So
it.
cute though, the illustrations. And I see her a lot. Who is this girl?
Actually, it's me without
It's
hijab.
you.
Because at home we don't wear hijab, right?
So this is my Puty. It's always her here.
So I know that these books are basically designated for mothers, but what about fathers or non-mothers? Can they also read the book? Is it accessible for them as well?
Yeah, I surprisingly I got quite a lot of review from people who said that, oh, I'm not even married yet, but I find this book useful because the tools is quite general, right? Like how you find the balance. I think it happens for everyone. But for mothers, it's quite more challenging. But the task juggling happens to everyone, so it can also be read by the one who is not a mother yet, even not married yet. And for fathers, I also got a testimony from a father. He said that, it gave me a new perspective about how a woman see motherhood, like how we can be quite feeling guilty for having me time, for having break time, and how we also see how can we be insecure when the social media or other people like, oh, this parenting style is better, this parenting style is better. Then sometimes it got us insecure. Even for some fathers, that's quite new for them. So,
Right.
Yeah.
That's so nice and insightful. Because, I mean, it's good. We Indonesians would say, well, we make the baby together. I mean, it's not only up to me raising the child. It's also I would appreciate your part as well in raising the child with me. That's great. That's great to hear that some fathers have also read the book, because we do need that support as well.
Of course. Now, we also want to know, Mbak Puty, after this, do you have any next project, maybe a second book, or what's
what
next?
is the next program for BB, right? Because we want to join.
We want to join, of course.
That's exactly why I'm here. We would like to invite you for our program. We have a program called Perempuan Pembaca, Women Readers. We invite women from across field of work. For example, we interviewed Mbak Gina Esnur as director.
Lovely.
She loves to read, and not only we ask for book recommendation, but we also ask for how reading habit can impact positively in their field of work, because there's various, right? We also invite singers, so of course, I would like to invite you too for giving us a
Yay.
recommendation.
We'll be there.
Yeah, and also I think this year we would like to talk more about climate and sustainability.
Wow, that's
Absolutely.
nice. On board, 100% on board.
On board.
Okay, so how can we join your community, Mbak Puty?
Yeah, the easiest way is to just follow our Instagram or just subscribe to our membership.
Okay.
And then we will contact you through email.
What's your Instagram account? Maybe you can say.
At BBB Book Club.
BBB Book Club.
Yeah, sometimes it's like a quiz. How many B are there?
BBB.
BBB
Book Club.
Book
Actually
Club.
5 because the B.
Oh, the book club. Oh my gosh, of course.
We forgot about the B.
All right.
The last B.
We claim to be readers, and yet we forgot there's the last B. Anyway. Well, thank you so much, Puty,
Thank
for
you,
sharing with
Puty.
us.
Thank you so much.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited that
Yeah.
we talk about books every
But
week.
I have one last question.
Go on.
What book do you read now?
Oh, yes.
You currently read?
Yeah.
Currently read, maybe recently read.
Yeah,
Maybe,
recently
okay.
read. Yeah.
I actually read a fiction book by a Japanese lady.
Okay.
Called, her name is Emiyagi. It's called Diary of a Void. This is very interesting.
Diary of a Void.
Diary of a Void, because it talks about how she fed up with her co-workers, her male co-workers,
Yes.
treating her like a doormat, like in a Japanese
Oh,
company.
wow.
And then she decided, okay, I will pretend that I'm pregnant. And suddenly everyone changed the treatment to her.
Really?
Yeah, I think it's quite funny and quirky at the same time, because she just, okay, I will pretend what kind of things that I can use to pretend my tummy, to put on my tummy. But also I think it also has deep meaning, like how sometimes women are seen as reproductive machine. Like they're suddenly
Yeah.
important when they're pregnant, but then if not, then you just make coffee for us. So
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
Diary of a Void.
Diary of a Void.
Recommended.
There is actually two Indonesian words that have been used for that one. It's called pabrik anak, or like children factory. Yes, that has
Not
been
us.
used. No,
Not us. Definitely not us.
We'll be on that. What are you reading at the moment?
I'm reading.
Oh, that was the
I'm
wrong
reading
question.
How to Do the Work by Nicola Pera.
Okay.
Have you heard about that?
No.
What's your current read?
I have two.
Okay.
Self-Compassion by Dr. Christine Neff and Audrey Hepburn's Audrey Hepburn's biography by Barry Paris.
Ooh, Audrey Hepburn. Okay, that's our recommendations
There
for
you go.
today. You have 4 books now.
Four, not 5, but 4. Not the 5 Bs, but 4.
Don't forget about the last B.
Exactly.
Book club.
Book club.
This one. Okay. Thank you so much, Mbak Puty, for
Thank
coming.
you so much.
Good luck
Yes,
for
Mbak
BBB Book Club.
I'll contact you later.
Yay!
Hey, that's awesome.
All right. Now, that's our first discussion, and now let's take a break, but we will still have more updates from around the globe when we return. Stay with us.